What's up, everybody? This is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy New Year's Day to all my viewers on this awesome channel. And today in this matchup, the Chicago Bulls will be traveling to the 313 in the Motor City in Detroit, Michigan, near the Windsor Ontario Canada border, as they'll be battling off against the Detroit Pistons in Little Caesars Arena, and which opened up in 2017, maybe 2018, not really sure. But I will tell you this though, they moved there after spending 30 years in Auburn Hills, Michigan, where they played at the Palace at Auburn Hills. So yeah, so moving on to the starting five for the Chicago Bulls, they got Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Patrick Williams, Lauri Markkanen, Wendell Carter Jr. For the Detroit Pistons, they got Killian Hayes, Josh Jackson, Jeremy Grant, who is the nephew of former Chicago Bulls player Horace Grant, Blake Griffin, and Mason Plumlee. So without further ado, we'll see you guys at tip-off time. Alright, it is tip-off time here in the 313 in Detroit, Michigan, as the Chicago Bulls will be wearing those black jerseys, and Zach LaVine is going to hand the ball off to Patrick Williams there. He's going to pass it to Kobe White, and then he's going to shoot this in for three, as it's now 3-0 here in Detroit, Michigan, as I'm going to pass the ball to Blake Griffin, and he's going to shoot this in for three. The former Los Angeles Clippers player who, the trio, he was in a trio with Chris Paul and DeAndre Jordan, which both of those players are still active in this league, by the way. DeAndre Jordan is now with the Brooklyn Nets with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, and Blake Griffin goes for 2 points in the paint and dunks it. So now Zach LaVine passes it to Kobe White, and then they lose the ball, and I'm going to pass it to Blake Griffin, and Blake Griffin will shoot this in for three, and it's now going to be an 8-5 lead here for the Detroit Pistons. So now Zach LaVine's going to pass it to Kobe White, and then Wendell Carter Jr. is going to pass this to White, and then he's going to lay it up there, and it's now going to be 8-7 here in Detroit, Michigan, as I'm going to pass the ball. Oh, and Blake Griffin got the ball just in time, and he does not make this in for three, as now Patrick Williams of Chicago is going to lay it up, and that will be counted for. So it's now an 9-8 lead. Pistons are trailing by one, so Griffin makes the layup there, so it's now 10-9 here in the 3-1-3, and they're going to pass it to Kobe White, and then they lose the ball. Wendell Carter Jr., and there is a foul there, and it's on Blake Griffin for his first one of the game. And now Otto Porter passes the ball, and then Otto Porter has possession of the basketball again, and there's another foul. And the Chicago Bulls have two chances at the free-throw line. And the first free throw, he makes it. And second free throw, will Porter make this one? Yes, he will. And it's now 11-10 here in Detroit, Michigan, as we got Derrick Rose, who is battling off against his former team. And he is also a Chicago native. And he spent 8 years with his hometown team, the Chicago Bulls. And I believe he was born, and I believe he grew up as a Chicago Bulls fan. And Rose will shoot this in for three again. It's now 16-14 here in the 3-1-3, and Derrick Rose is going to shoot this one in for three, as it's now going to be 19-14. The Pistons are leading this by 5. Does anybody like the city uniforms for the Detroit Pistons, by the way? Because they look so cool. It says Motor City, Detroit, Michigan on it. And we see Derrick Rose. He's going to go up, and he's going to make 2 points there. And it's now going to be 21-16 here in the Little Caesars Arena, and I believe Little Caesars is Detroit based, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see you guys in the second quarter as Otto Porter shoots this in for three. Oh, okay, now it's the beginning of the second quarter here in Detroit, Michigan, as we see Derrick Rose go up and makes a layup there, and Chicago makes a foul. So Detroit here gets a free throw attempt, and will he make this in? Yes, he will. It's now 27-19. This is a pretty close game right here. And now Satoransky and then Otto Porter. He's dribbling the ball. He's going to go up. He's going to pass it to Gafford, and this will now be a 27-21 lead here for the Pistons. And I'm going to pass this to Jeremy Grant, who is the nephew of a great Chicago Bulls player by the name of Horace Grant, who played with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Oh, the ball's out. Chicago gains possession of the basketball, as it's now a 30-21 lead here for the Detroit Pistons. And now they're changing up their depth chart, and so is Detroit, as they're going to pass the ball to Satoransky, and now Derrick Rose, and there's going to be a foul there, a personal foul on Derrick Rose. So now Wendell Carter Jr. is going to pass it to Zach LaVine, and he's going to pass it to Kobe White, and there's going to be another foul, and this time it's on Derrick Rose. So White gets an opportunity to have two attempts at the free throw line. He makes one of them, and will he make the second one? And now he makes this one in, and now this is going to be a 30-23 lead, and Rose loses the ball, and Kobe White passes it to Zach LaVine, and then Lauri Markkanen makes it a decent layup for two there, as it's now 30-25. The Pistons leading this by 5 points, and Derrick Rose makes a decent layup there, so it's now 32-25. 19 points for Derrick Rose, 7 for 8, 4 for 4 at the three-point line, by the way. And now Kobe White, and there is a foul. All right, Lauri Markkanen passes the ball to Kobe White, and now White is going to go and shoot this in for two, and the Pistons take a timeout. All right, now Derrick Rose has possession of the basketball, and he's going to pass this off to Blake Griffin, and he's going to shoot this one in for three, and that will count. So now this is going to be a 37-27 lead here for the Pistons. Detroit leads this by 10, so now Kobe White, and there is a foul there that time, so the Bulls get two opportunities at the free throw line again. And now White is going to make his first attempt, and it's good. Second attempt, he will possibly make it, and he does. So now it's 37-29 here in Detroit, Michigan. Now Griffin, he's going to go up and make this decent make a layup there, and it's now 39-29 here in the 3-1-3 near the Windsor Ontario Canada border, which is about an hour to possibly 3 hours from Toronto. And now this is going to be a 31-39 lead here in Detroit, Michigan. So now Blake Griffin, he's going to shoot this in for 2 points, and it's now going to be 41-31 here in the 3-1-3. So now Kobe White has possession of the ball. He's going to dribble this out, and he's going to go up, makes a layup, and gets 2 points there. So now this is going to be 33-41. So I'm going to pass this off to Blake Griffin. And Blake Griffin, he's going to shoot this in, and will he make a three there? Yes, he will, and it's now 44-33, and Zach LaVine has possession of the basketball. And now Levine, he's going to shoot this in for 2. And now he's going to pass this off. And I'm going to pass it to Blake Griffin. And he's going to go up. And that will be, he will get a layup. And there will be a foul. So now Blake Griffin here is going to shoot this 3-throw attempt. And the question is, will it be good? The answer is yes, and we're going to see you guys at the third quarter. All right, now we have possession of the basketball. Beginning of the third quarter, by the way, as D Rose, he's going to pass it to Blake Griffin, and he's going to make this in for 3, and it's now 52-37 here in Detroit, Michigan. So McCarkanakin is going to pass it to Levine, and he's trying to look for a way, and Wendell Carter Jr. makes a decent layup there. And now I'm going to pass this ball to Blake Griffin as he's going to go up, and he will get fouled, and he makes it actually. So this will be a 16-point lead if he makes this 3-throw attempt possible, and he does. It's now 55-39, and now Zach Levine, he's going to dribble the ball, and Blake Griffin gets a foul there. So now Pistons leading this by 16, which is good for Detroit. And they're now going to pass the ball to Wendell Carter Jr., and he's going to go and make that in for 2 points. So now we're 21 for 23 in field goals. Chicago is 15 for 15. So that's 100, and Detroit misses it again. And now Zach Levine, he's going to go, and he's going to dunk that in for 2 points. And it's now 55-43. We're going to take a break. All right, now Derrick Rose has possession of the basketball. So I'm going to pass it to Blake Griffin, and he's going to shoot this one in for 2. As it's now 57-43. We're going to pass it to Zach Levine. And now Levine is going to pass it to Kobe White, and he's going to make that in for 2. And it's now a 57-45. So Blake Griffin has 33 points so far for the Pistons. Kobe White has 17. So both of those players are leading their teams in points in this game, by the way. So White, he's going to pass it to Levine, and there's going to be a foul there, and he scores 2. But Blake Griffin gets a shooting foul, so that means Levine will have will get one more point if he makes this 3-throw line. And we're subbing out all of our players, so it's now 48-60. As now I'm going to pass the ball to DeLon Wright, as he's going to make this 3-pointer count. As it's now 63-48. Thomas Statarski will make this in. So the Pistons had 8 more 3-pointers than Chicago in this game. So DeLon Wright will make this in for 3, and it's now going to be a 66-51 lead. And now 3-point field goals. Chicago is 4 for 4. Detroit is 13 for 15, which is a B. I'd say a B, and it's 87%. So Otto Porter passes it to Patrick Williams, and he's going to make this 3 count. As now I'm going to pass the ball to DeLon Wright, and he's going to make this dunk, and this will count for the Pistons here. And now he's going to pass it to Zach Levine. He's thinking where to pass it to or where to score. I mean, he's going to shoot this in for maybe 2 points. And it's now 68-56. So I'm going to pass the ball to... Oh, and it's a Bulls ball. 22.7 seconds left in the third quarter. So we'll see you guys in the fourth quarter. All right, now Otto Porter Jr. is dribbling the ball for the Chicago Bulls just to start off this fourth quarter here in Detroit, Michigan. So Porter makes this in for 3, as it's now a 68-64 lead. Pistons need to regain their lead if they want to win this game, because Chicago, they've been shooting mainly threes to extend their lead possibly even further. So the Pistons shot that one in for three, and it's now 71-64. Bulls are trailing by 7, so Otto Porter, he's going to go up, and that is a foul there on Blake Griffin, a shooting foul, so he gets another opportunity to get, so he gets an opportunity to shoot this free throw here, and this will be counted for, and it's not, actually. It is not, so Derrick Rose, he's going to go up, makes a layup in the paint there, so now this is going to be 73-66, and Derrick Rose has 23 points, so Blake Griffin supposedly has 30-some in this game, so Griffin and Rose have been the leading scorers for this team, and now I'm going to pass it to Blake Griffin, as he's going to shoot this one in for three, and that will count. So now this is going to be 76-68. Pistons leading this game by 8 points in the 3-1-3. So now Kobe White has been the leading three-point shooter for this Bulls team in this game. So now Blake Griffin, he's going to go up, and he's going to shoot this in for three, and it's now 79-71 here in the Little Caesars Arena. Now Kobe White has possession of the basketball, and now he's going to shoot this one in for three. It's the first one he missed all game, and now Griffin here, he's going to go up and dunks this in, and it's now 81-71 here in Detroit, Michigan. And by the way, I am making these New Year's Day games starting from the Clippers-Lakers. It was going to be 6. Now I'm going to reduce it to 4. 47 points for Blake Griffin tonight. And he gets his 48th one. And could he score his 49th point? No, he does not. He does not score his 49th, but it is now an 82-71 lead. And Zach LaVine here is going to shoot this one in for 3. And that will count for the Bulls, as it's now 82-74. I'm going to pass it to Jeremy Grant, the nephew of Horace Grant, and he's going to shoot this one in for 2 points, as it's now 84-74 here in the 3-1-3. So now Zach LaVine, he's going to think about passing it to Patrick Williams there, and now this is going to be 84-76, and I'm going to pass this one off. And I'm going to pass it off to Blake Griffin here. And I'm going to shoot this one in. And it's good. And it's now 87-76. All right, now Blake Griffin is your player of the game here for the Detroit Pistons. And we'll come back to coverage here in just a moment. All right, now it's 89-79 here in Detroit, Michigan, is now Zach LaVine. He's trying to find ways to score 81 points here for the Chicago Bulls, as it's now 89-81. So if we make this three-pointer, actually it would be 2. All right, now I'm going to pass the ball to Derrick Rose. He's going to shoot this in for 3, as it's now going to be a 94-81 lead. The Pistons will win this by 13 if the Bulls do not score. And they do not. So we took the last steal of the game, and that is your final score from Detroit, Michigan. The final score is the Detroit Pistons 94, the Chicago Bulls 81. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for more content in the near later future, and we'll see you guys next time. So now Blake Griffin has 53 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal, and 2 dunks on the day. Derrick Rose had 28 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals on the day. And now for the Chicago Bulls, Zach LaVine had 19 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists on the day with a dunk. Kobe White had 22 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist on the day. And Otto Porter had 17 points on the day. So that wraps it up.